Hello everybody, my name is Surgi and today I'm counting down top 10 event exclusive operators. This list includes operators which can only be recruited from event shops, which means none of these operators could be recruited through standard headhunting banner nor recruitment system. Also, I would include every operator from Grani and the Nice Treasure to the most recent Break the Ice events. So, spoiler alert. And just a disclaimer, these are my opinions, so whether agreeing or disagreeing this list is up to you. Before that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get right into the list. Number 10. Grani. Grani and the Nice Treasure. Grani was the first EV operator being introduced with the introduction of the side story involving Skadi, Big Ball and Grani herself. Unlike other charger vanguards like Bagpipe and Vigna, however, one of her tags is defense, which means while others focus on DPS, Grani's main focus is to strengthen her defense. Grani's strength is her talent providing other vanguards evasion, and her skill 2 both similar to Bagpipe's skill 3 but in defensive manner. Her flaws? Well, as the only charger vanguard without the DPS tag, she couldn't do as much damage as others would do, but that would be a problem as we can still retrieve her and have full DP refund. RRC based skill wise, she is one of few operators who can speed up training vanguards even if you left her unpromoted. 30% faster sounds promising. Number 9. Sidroka. Dark Knight's member. Sidroka is an R-squad who can survive on her own thanks to her skills. Although her attack power is a little underwhelming compared to Estacia, her HP comes into the advantage. Once you increase her thrust over to 100%, her HP will be much higher than certain elements level. On the other hand, just like what I say, her attack stat is underwhelming, even slightly lower than 4-star most. But sacrifice for the better good, isn't it? Also, her assets. RRC based skill wise, she is similar to Grani but is squads instead of vanguards. But if you need to speed up training certain skill to mastery 3, all you need is an E2 Sidroka. Number 8. Bison. Core of Brawl. Bison is one of the operators who is being overlooked, I guess. As the only dude in Penguin's logistic, he needs to endure so many challenges, if you know what I mean. His advantage is buffing defense stat along with any vanguards or guard right behind him. This talent is extremely useful for operators like Silver Ash who had to reduce their defense stat whether their skill is active or not. However, his DP cost is a little problem. Unless you got him to full pot, his initial DP is much higher than Hoshikuma and a full pot Korra. DP issue wise, Bison's talent and skill 2 buffs have restriction requirements. Speaking of skill 2, he is more likely to be attacked by ranged enemies when their skill is active. Off the battlefield, he works well in a trade station as any competition will do it to increase the order execution efficiency. Number 7. Foline, Twilight Avolmonde. Foline is one of two offensive medics, another being her mental calcit, thanks to her skill 2. Despite her heal is less convincing than Silence, she can deal us damage and kill nearby allies at the same time. Also, Foline gains status resistance even though she is not promoted and make her extremely useful in some stages. Notably, spoiler alert, the Break the Ice stages. Her skill 2 is useful, but the only issue is about her attacking and healing efficiently at the same time. Despite she has the DPS tag, her DPS is in fact lower than other operators of same tag, as Foline works primarily as a medic. She is frequently used to generate elite materials with a higher byproduct production rate. Number 6. Absinthe, Treasure of Usus. Absinthe's advantage compared to other single target caster is her ability to deal more devastating damages to injured enemies. Speaking of adding salt to the wound, her skill 1 is extremely useful against enemies with lower remaining HP, and the best part is the skill can be activated by Absinthe herself. Her skill 2 however is quite limited. She won't do anything unless she sees injured enemies. Building a squad around her is important. You need operators who can deal much damage beforehand before Absinthe deals the final blow. RRIC based skill wise, if you have trouble getting clue 4, try placing Absinthe instead of grinding materials to promote Isina to E2. Number 5. Flamebringer, Operational Intelligence. Flamebringer's HP is the highest among duelist squads and his talent makes him an even tankier duelist compared to Skadi and Near the Radiant Knight. While his skill 1 deals decent damage and is self-sustainable, Bladebringer skill 2 provides him a significant DPS boost and you don't have to activate it manually. However, his skill 2 needs more time to be activated. Another minor downside is about his DP, which is a little higher compared to Franka when both are at full potentials. Base skill wise, he's good to go if you get yourself a handful of skill summary 1 white books. Number 4. Gladia, Arknights. The only 6-star operator in the list. Thank you Hypergrid for being generous for second anniversary event in Chinese server. Gladia is not your typical pool type specialist as she can summon a tornado via her third skill, although it needs a longer time to be recharged. Her talent provides a significant boost to abyssal operators like Skadi and Spectre, especially against seaboard enemies as in Arknights stages. Some say she can be a pseudo guard too, I can agree with that, but remember, Gladia is a specialist. Speaking of abyssal operators, I tried placing her between Team Rainbow operators in Control Center, but they start consuming the Borrow instead. Number 3. Kedra, Break the Ice. Kedra is the latest welfare operator and she is the 5-star counterpart to Click. Her base attack stat is somehow lower than Click, but that situation can be overridden by her talent. I will explain about her later when the time comes, but let's just say her talent is one of the reasons that make Kedra a stronger drone caster. Another reason is about her summoning 2 drones instead of 1 when her skill 2 is active. And her drones have the capability to apply cryo effect to targets, which are cold effect and freeze. Skill base wise, Korean is no longer the only operator who has the high chance to deliver crew 6. Number 2. Tequila, Dorsalus Holiday. I covered about him in my previous video, but if you're lazy to click the link on the upper right of the screen, let me summarize it for you. As the only liberated god so far, he is basically a nuker and his second skill works like Silver Edge the skill but with smaller attack range and less targets. He has an abnormally low DP considering the fact that he has the capable to survive while dealing the leader damage. Tequila's disadvantages are clearly shown when his skill is inactive, which means he cannot attack nor block enemies with that duration. Also, his damage increases 5% per second, which means you need to wait patiently until you activate his skills 40 seconds later. RRC skill wise, he is efficient in trade stations, especially when you place him with E2 Shamari. And number 1, Tachanka, Operation Dorigendas. Oh hell Lord Tachanka, the only dual strike god who is not your typical dual strike god. He can shoot drones, his attack range is similar to an instructor god, and he has Shumika Grenade Launcher too. Count me in. The main drawback is about his talent. Although his increasing defense stat sounds promising, if you plan to retreat and redeploy him, you will have a hard time. His skill 2 is a little overpowered for me because of his attack interval being shortened. The best part is about his RRC skill. I placed him along with his Team Rebel colleagues like Blades, Frost and Ash since Operation Original Dust, and they are still up and running in the control center. So do you agree with the list? If you don't, please comment down below about your list. And this video marks my 100th video if not already achieved a video or 2 before. So that's all for the last video of 2021 and I wish you a happy new year. I'll see you in the next video and thanks for watching.